So we're out at our second property this morning and we are collecting some logs that we're going to be using in an upcoming project. We haven't really shown this property since we have bought it, and the only time we did show it, it was covered with snow. So we've been coming out here quite a bit, harvesting some wood. We're picking some blueberries today, and we thought we would kind of give you guys some footage of what this property looks like with no snow on the ground. So a little backstory on this property that we have. We bought it around 6 months ago, and we have plans of putting another cabin out here in the future. And we're more leaning towards having like a summer vacation rental home out here, something we just rent out probably half the year during the summer. And the property itself is 3.75 acres. And this place is relatively close to our house, so it's not going to be a far drive when we're building down here or we're harvesting our firewood. And when we bought this place, it was covered with snow, and we did as much research as we could, trying to make sure which parts of this property were going to be actually buildable. And we estimated by the trees that were growing that we're going to have about an acre of land that was actually buildable. And now that everything is thawed and dried out, we were correct. We do have about an acre to work with. So that leaves us with enough room to put in a nice long driveway and a big circle area cleared out to put in the cabin. And it's also going to give us a lot of privacy, which is something we were after. So we're super excited to have bought this property, and we're learning pretty fast that here in Alaska, you only have a few months to get everything you need to get done before winter rolls around again. So we're trying to be realistic with this property, plan out what exactly we're going to do this year. We know for sure that we are going to need to harvest a lot of firewood out of here. So that's probably going to mean clearing out a lot of this downed wood, loading it on a trailer, bringing it to our house, and we do have hopes of maybe starting to cut in the driveway out here.
One thing that's really cool about this area is that it opens up to this really beautiful marshland or meadow. It's actually not wet right now, but it was wet or there was water out there when the snow melted. The previous owners, I believe they'd owned this land for over 50 years. I don't think they did any maintenance because there are a lot of trees. Virtually the whole property is covered in downed trees, so we do have a lot of work cut out for us. And what that also means is the mosquitoes are absolutely horrendous here. They practically swarm you in your mouth sometimes. So we will need to be prepped for that when we come back to harvest firewood.
All right, we're back at the cabin and we got our load of wood here, and this is quaking aspen that we took from the other property, and we needed 12-foot lengths for this next project we're going to be working on. We're not going to start that for probably another week or so, so this is going to be sitting in the trailer until we are ready to use it. right, so it's getting pretty late and we're getting kind of hungry, and we almost finished getting all these logs chopped up. And we got these logs probably around 3 months ago. One of our neighbors was getting rid of some of his beetle kill, and he said, if you come over and help me take it down and get it cut up, I'll put it in my trailer and I'll dump it in your front yard for you. So of course we were like, heck yeah, we'll do it. So we have probably, I don't know, about maybe 2 cords worth of wood that we had cut up. Still got a little bit more to do, but we have a big pile over here already. And what we'll probably do is the same thing we did last year. We'll kind of get all of our wood piled up in rounds, and then we go to a local company and we rent a log splitter for the day, bust it out, and get all of our wood for the season. This year we're gonna aim for 4 cords of wood. Since last year I think we went through about 3.5.
One other thing Eric and I have been working on is taking down some of the trees in this area. I don't know if you remember what it looked like before, but there was quite a few trees. And the reason we did that is because we do plan to put in like a mini orchard next year, and we're just anticipating getting some of the work done now, since in the spring you have snow and sometimes delivery trucks can't come out to your place because of the weight limitations on the road. So we're just trying to get prepped this year for next year. So we do plan to put that there. Behind me we're probably going to have some sort of large outdoor kitchen, pretty rustic, but it's just going to be where we want to do food processing, cooking, canning, maybe laundry, maybe put our smoker there, have things like that. And so now that we have all that work done here, we can have a company hopefully come in and deliver some free fill dirt. I don't know if that'll happen, but we're hoping that can happen. We contacted a few companies and they may be able to give us some dirt for this area. On a side note, you may be wondering where we are going to be putting all this canned food and some of the crops that we pull from the garden. And we have a project underway that involves where we will be storing that food. If you think you know what we're building or have, want to take a jab at it, go ahead and leave it in the comments down below. Okay, now that we've got all this work done, we are going to get dinner started.
All right, so tonight I don't really know what it's called, what we're eating, but we're gonna have like some sourdough flatbread. We're gonna put some pesto on that. Then we're gonna do a bunch of sauteed veggies. We got Swiss chard, broccoli, fennel, and some collard greens in there. And we're gonna top it with some salmon that I marinated in balsamic and olive oil.